From the Fog. This mod brings the one and only Herobrine into your Minecraft world. If you don't know who he is, think of him as the boogeyman of Minecraft, a spooky guy that's been haunting the Minecraft community since the early 2000s. The story goes that he's the dead brother of Notch, the game's creator, trapped in the code as a virus that corrupts worlds. Of course, this was just a fan-made myth, but it stuck around for years, inspiring tons of mods, maps, and skins. The From the Fog mod was created in April 2023. In the game, Harebrained isn't just some random dude, he's always watching. You might see him standing far away, disappearing when you get close. He'll wreck your builds, set up traps, and leave creepy signs to remind you he's there. Just when you think he's gone, he pops up again, making sure you never feel safe. What makes this mod so terrifying isn't just how he looks, it's the pure paranoia he creates. His random, creepy behavior makes you constantly feel like something bad is about to happen. One second, everything seems normal, and the next, you turn around and see those glowing eyes staring at you. And by then, it's already too late. Cave Dweller. Minecraft caves are already pretty creepy, but the Cave Dweller reimagined mod cranks up the fear to a whole new level. The Cave Dweller mod was created by the Minecraft player Gargan, and it brings a terrifying new entity to the game's underground world. The Cave Dweller is this shadowy, human-like creature that stalks and attacks players. One of the creepiest mechanics of this mod is the staring behavior. If you accidentally look at the Cave Dweller, it'll just stand there and stare at you for a few seconds. You never know when it's going to move, which makes the whole situation even more disturbing. Then there's the chasing behavior. Once it decides to come after you, it won't stop. And unlike zombies, which get stuck in certain spots, the Cave Dweller can crawl through one-block-high spaces, meaning there's almost nowhere to hide. And if that's not scary enough, the Cave Dweller can sprint and crawl to catch up to you. It moves almost as fast as an Enderman, which means running away isn't as easy as it sounds. So yeah, if you're up for a pure nightmare experience, go ahead and install this mod. Just don't blame me if you're too scared to go mining again. The Silence. The Silence mod is already terrifying, but once you hear about its backstory, it becomes even darker. In the mod, you can find hidden VHC tapes. These tapes give hints about the real story around the Silence, and one of them tells the messed up tale of a miner named James. Apparently, James found some cool blueprints deep in a mine and tried to bring them back to the surface. But before he could, a dark figure showed up, claiming it would help him. Obviously, that was a huge lie. James ended up burned and tossed into a waterfall, which might explain the water warning in the mod. Now, if you really don't know what this mod is about, it's actually pretty simple. You're thrown into what looks like a normal Minecraft world, but soon you start hearing some weird noises. You might think it's just a pig or a sheep nearby, but something feels off. That's because the Silence is a creature that can copy mob sounds to mess with you. As you explore, you'll hear laughter, and before you know it, it's coming for you. This creature doesn't let you go, it stalks you, chases you, and kills you when it has the chance. A theory suggests that James actually didn't die, and instead, he was turned into the Silence, since it has a skull-like head that looks kinda human. Despite this, nobody really knows what this creature is all about. Parasites. The Parasites mod turns Minecraft into a full-on survival horror game. You're thrown into a post-nuclear world. It all starts with an unknown event, probably a failed experiment in a remote lab that unleashes ugly-looking parasites. Those things aren't just normal mobs. They start off small, but over time they mutate into terrifying monsters that get harder to fight. Unlike zombies or creepers, parasites don't just spawn randomly, they infect other mobs. That friendly villager you are familiar with in Minecraft? It can turn to this thing. Yeah, I know, this mod is really messed up. Quickly, as the infection spreads, your Minecraft world around you gets darker and way more dangerous. As parasites evolve, you need to build defenses and add things like barbed wire and walls around your house if you don't want to be eaten alive. But if you think you're safe in your little fortified base, don't get too comfortable. Parasites can break through walls and destroy your defenses. You also have to keep an eye on your infection levels because the more time you spend around parasites, the more you can actually be infected. The only positive thing in this mod is that you can find antidotes by searching some ruins in your Minecraft world. This gives you some hope because, trust me, you'll really need it when you play this. Weeping Angels. The original mod was created by Minecraft player Adizzle back in the 1.5.2 update. It's based on the alien creatures called weeping angels in the British TV series Doctor Who, where they are described as statues that can only move when they are not being directly looked at. In the series, weeping angels have a defense mechanism that whenever someone looks at them, they turn into stone and freeze. They feed on people's potential time energy by touching the victim and sending them back in time where they kill you peacefully. In the mod, what makes the statues so disturbing is the constant paranoia they cause. You have to stay alert at all times because the moment you blink or turn around, they move. If they reach you, instead of just killing you, they teleport you to a random spot in your Minecraft world, leaving you totally lost and confused. To help, the mod adds a timey-wimey detector, which dings when an angel is nearby, giving you a shot at reacting before it's too late. You can't kill them with swords or arrows, only pickaxes or the chronodyne generator can get rid of them. The worst part? They can spawn anywhere. Even in the safest biomes, you'll always have that fear that one might be right behind you, just waiting for you to look away. Siren Head. Based on Trevor Henderson's creepy creation, Siren Head is a massive 40-foot-tall monster with a bony body and 2 sirens for a head. The legend says that it eats people who accidentally wander into the woods. It has a super effective trick to attract its victims. Speakers attached to its head play different sounds, like radio broadcasts, or even what sounds like a person crying for help. Travelers hear these noises and rush to help, only to fall into a terrifying trap. Once Siren Head eats them, their voices supposedly get added to its playlist, used to trick even more people into coming closer. And once they're taken, they vanish without a trace, never to be seen again. In Minecraft, what makes this mod so scary is that Siren Head isn't just some random monster, it actually hides in the trees, waiting for the perfect moment to jump out and chase you down. And unlike zombies or skeletons, it doesn't burn in daylight, so you're never truly safe. You might think the sun coming up means you can relax, but then you hear those sirens in the distance, and suddenly it's coming straight for you. The mod also adds haunting background music, making everything feel even more intense. Overall, this is a great horror mod that is loved by the Minecraft community. But trust me, it is really scary. The Knocker. The Knocker mod was made by MyDo, the same creator behind The Man from the Fog. Just like that mod, this one adds a human-like entity that's always watching, and worst of all, it always knows where you are. At first, nothing seems different. Everything feels normal until night falls. That's when the weird stuff starts happening. You'll hear knocking on your walls and windows, and sometimes your doors will creak open on their own. It's like something is trying to get inside. If you step outside or look out a window, you might see a tall, pale guy with a blank, gray face in the distance, just watching. If you think hiding inside will keep you safe, think again. The Knocker doesn't just wait outside, it learns. Over time, it finds new ways to get closer, breaking torches, disabling doors, and even sneaking inside when you least expect it. Sleep won't save you either. Players report waking up to find it standing at the foot of their bed, completely still. By then, it's already too late, and the longer you survive, the more aggressive the Knocker gets. Eventually, it spawns close to your base and comes straight for you. Most of the time, it's got nothing, but sometimes it carries a knife, and it's not afraid to use it. If you try to fight back, be ready for a tough battle because it can mess with your vision using a darkness effect. Sanity. This is not your average mod because it adds a mental survival aspect. Now, it's not just about food, health, or mobs. You also have to keep an eye on your sanity level. If you spend too much time in the dark, see creepy things, or go through weird events, your sanity drops, making the game even harder. When your sanity gets low, things start getting really weird. You might hear strange noises, see mobs that aren't actually there, or even experience creepy visual effects. If it drops too much, real monsters can show up out of nowhere, making you question what's real and what's not. Luckily, you can bring your sanity back up by hanging out in bright areas, eating certain foods, or using special calming items. This mod turns Minecraft into more of a psychological horror game, where staying sane is just as important as surviving. If you love a challenge and want a spooky, immersive experience, this mod is perfect. Whether you're exploring dark caves or trying to survive the night, the fear of losing your mind makes everything way more intense. If you enjoyed the video, you can subscribe to the channel for more amazing video game content. Thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye-bye.